Hello and Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have a lovely day. And we can hope that I have a lovely day here today, which extends to your lovely day perhaps. And that lovely day would consist of getting something new and exciting from this here Gacha roll, because I know you like me doing it, and we got to start a special on so we have the opportunity to do it. This is Xmas Gals with the Snow Angel Twin Stars, which Ponos did a nice sort of in the workings of picture on Twitter. Love those. They really are quite interesting in the design process. We've got Santaku, who I believe I randomly have on my JP account. Then there's Candle Nurse, Frosty Kai, and Holy Coppermine, and apparently some other wrapped up and warm limited rare units. So I guess there's nothing else to do except get our starter special 100% uber rare chance. But what will the chance award us? We're going to use our cat food, spin around to reveal to ourselves. Da 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 da. Ooh, we're getting some good units so far. We start off with Can, and now we got Sushi Cat. Both great to be putting plus levels on. Health and damage for Can and health for Sushi Cat. Our next Cat Toaster. Now, I can't actually remember the last time that I used Cat Toaster, but there we go. Nice to see it anyway. And now Weightlifter Cat. That, I think, is good to add on to Pizza. Yes, because it's damage against black enemies, isn't it? That will indeed be. And if that wasn't enough, exactly the same once again. Thank you. Ooh, it is the Yuletide Nurse, I believe. Yes, that's before the end of the roll as well. Excellent. Tin Cat. This one's a procer, so I think I'm going to take the executive decision to NP my boy here, so sorry about that. Witch Cat, actually very similar. Let's NP that one as well. Good old Delinquent Muck Cat. This one is also a proc, but I've accidentally okayed it anyway. Jurassic Cat, that will be one to be using for its damage. And possibly finally, looks like we have Holy Coppermine, yes? Yes. Sounds like I was announcing the end of an episode of Bargain Hunt. By the way, that is something I would love to do. That seems to be, therefore, 2 of the Ubers. Well, that's good going. 750 cat food, well spent. Let's have a peek in the old storage. So I reckon that both of these will be good to use for plus levels. That brings us to level 39 on our Pizza Cat. Can most certainly is a use. That's now plus 14. Quite remarkable. Now, what does Cat Toaster do? It does... No, I still can't see. You know what might be more useful is just look at it here. There we go. Might slow angelic enemies. That's a proc. I'm afraid you're getting NP'd. We love our NP. Now, Angry Delinquent might freeze. That's a proc. Let's mercilessly NP it. We're definitely going to be using our Jurassic Cat to get to a plus 26. And finally using Sushi Cat for a plus 11. Very nice. And of course, we will be using both of these. Let's see what they look like on the upgrade menu. Here's Yuletide Nurse. Near the start of my Uber collection, everyone's favourite nurse is feeling the Christmas spirit, praying for health with a lucky holiday candle. Oh, well, that's nice. Let's give you a bit of an upgrade, shall we? Level 10, you become Yule Night Nurse, the warrior nurse of Christmas mercy. Her sword shines brighter than any candle, might slow and knock back angels and aliens. Let's move on to our second of 2, Holy Coppermine, a sacred guardian dressed up for Christmas. The holy blessings obliterate evil. Might freeze aliens and angels. Well, there you go. And now, type K, though small, probably some form of Greek letter. K. Girl who never smiles, but Christmas spirit always brings a gentle smirk to her face. Well, okay, fair enough. You do you. I don't smile particularly often either. Copy mine. Maybe we can be birds in a feather with you. Ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-dong-ding. Gotta stop doing that. Or is it good because I'm getting in the whole spirit of things? Ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-dong-ding. Well, we know there is no location more Christmassy than space, so we are now at Egg Nebula on Cats of the Cosmos Chapter 3, and Holy Coppermine is eligible for this stage under 4,000 monies. So let's have a look at what she do. Ultra Barbar, how are we going to deal with that one? Well, I don't know the abilities of Holy Coppermine, so it might be a bit risky to try and put her out, but you know I'm going to. Let's do that because we are a risky type. Here's Holy Coppermine then in wonderful colour, which sort of feels like an incredibly different design philosophy to what you'd ordinarily see. Anyway, I think we've had our question answered, and the answer feels like no for barrier breaking, at least in a definite barrier breaking kind of sense. So we're going to have to see if we can develop a kind of stack while we wait, there we go, for our barrier breaking cannon, which was thankfully on. Don't know quite what we would have done otherwise, and let's start establishing some other things. I guess it makes sense because barrier breaker would have needed to have been added to Holy Coppermine because she's an older unit and barrier breaker is a newer concept. Let's get out another can and keep up the Catalites if we can. Things are proving remarkably difficult, I believe, because we've got the Ultra Barbars in attendance again. And oh, they're negating almost everything else that's happening. Let's just forget that this run happened. Now this might be another failed experiment, but does Misato break barriers? I feel like she should, but I don't think she does. Well, we know that Air does, and so Air's here now. That will give us the opportunity we need to save up for Holy Coppermine and use her instead of trying to use her at a point where she is not even remotely useful. One more Catalite and off you pop. Let's get a bathtub in the background as well. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Nice sort of Christmas bath, which is a tradition I know not of. We're really struggling a little bit. These Ursa Majors causing us some definite and absolute trouble. Oh, Air's dead. Well, that's remarkably bad news. I haven't got anything else barrier breaking, so that's going to cause us a lot of problems. But there was some freezage there from Coppermine, which is marvellous, and we've done a bit of barrier breakage with our cannon. So if we can possibly rescue this, that would be wonderful. Coppermine certainly can't rescue it for us, because everything's dead. Again, different strategy this time round. We're going to metal cat it to just try and stall, basically. Build up a lot of Ultra Barbars and then unleash Air. The reason being that then we can be dealing with a lot of barriers at one time and won't have as much risk of Air dying and leaving much more barriers for us to try and defeat. Now, it's difficult to see my own base health because of this blasted Catalite, but I believe things are being destroyed. So let's just move it all back and use the cannon when we shouldn't. Oh, that was a good long-range barrier break from Air there. Well, good news, your job is done, but I prefer if you stayed alive because we need you to remain here, among with all the other things which we need you to remain with, because we're actually doing remarkably badly over and over again. I think we've rid ourselves of the Ultra Barbars, which is wonderful, because Air's actually still alive, and that means we might have... Air's not still alive, so I'm just going to retract the second part of the statement about having more chance to beat the level. We might indeed not. I didn't realise tradition could arise this quickly, but within a few minutes we've established a fairly steadfast tradition of non-success. How about this time we rush it? Maybe let's just do that instead, because that's something we haven't tried yet and everything else hasn't really worked out for us. That's mostly because we have completely the wrong stuff to be dealing with it, but while we're not spending any energy changing the lineup, there's nothing we can do about that. So I'm going to go for meat shields and weakening primarily to back up Air. Also, if I'm able, I'm going to try and restrain myself from cannoning. I'm sure I will anyway in a moment of stress, but my idea is that I can just stop myself from doing it, so if there is an unfortunate barrier incident, I can use the Breaker Blast to its best effect. And if we get the monies for it, Holy Coppermine as well, because she's been missing out quite a lot of limelight for a while now. Right, we've done some damage to an Ursa Major, which is a start. We've frozen a lot. Thank you, Holy Coppermine. That's been a great benefit. But that does mean that the Ursa Major is now stronger. But we can get in another Air, so maybe that will help make the difference. Let's see if we can get enough damage done. No, I think that's just aggravated the Ursa Major a bit more. There's my stress-induced cannon that I now can't deploy for a long while. So who knows if we will find any success. Air managed to pull off that attack, which is exactly what we're kind of looking for here. What else can I put in? Probably something long range as I can, and then just save up with the rest of the monies. I think keep a little nest egg. It could get worse than it currently is. Good. One Ursa Major is gone. Will the second be gone? The second is knocked back and has a benefited attack, but I believe it is in that state anyway. Let's just hope we can keep protecting air. Looks like the answer to that's no, but it can't protect itself either, so haha, you lose. Let's get Holy Copper Mine in once again and protect it once again, but hopefully that is the end of our failure here. A Christmas story that did not last for many levels, but let us say ended in success, in a sort of lovely sweet denouement way of all the best Christmas stories. Thank you for joining me on Christmas, or a little bit after. I hope you have found this reasonably festive, and apart from that, I guess I can just wish you a happy period of Christmas time, and hope that you have found this an enjoyable video to watch. On that final note, I bid you goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed.